Good morning, and thank you for being here. My name is Amy Fisher, and I'm the General Counsel of the Port Authority, and I'm going to serve this morning as hearing officer. With me to my right is Commissioner Gary LaBarbera, and to his right is Commissioner Christian Bolwage. They serve on the Board of Commissioners for the Port Authority, and that's our agency's governing body. We are holding these hearings for public comment because the Port Authority is considering changes to its tolls and fares for the use of vehicular tunnels and bridges and for the path railway facilities. We have prepared materials to assist in explaining these adjustments, including a written handout which can be found at the elevator entrance where you came in. We will also shortly show a presentation describing the adjustments. If there's something in the presentation you would like to hear again, it can be accessed on the Port Authority's website. I'm going to give you this address, this URL several times, but it is panynyj.gov/public hearings with an S at the end, all one word. And that is, you can find that link on our website as well. We're interested in what you have to say today. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes per person. The commissioners are here to listen, but there won't be a back and forth conversation with them. We have a clock to keep track of things so we know when the 3 minutes are up, and you'll get a warning when you're getting close to the end of your comment time. We will hear the speakers who are here in person and then those joining virtually. We may pause briefly to be sure no one else would like to speak this morning. If you'd like to provide additional comments after this hearing, there are a number of ways for you to do that. First, you can go to our website, again, panynyj.gov/public hearings with an S. And you can make written comments right there. You can also mail written comments addressed to Public Hearing Comments, Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, 4 World Trade Center, the address of this building, 23rd floor, New York, New York, 10007. And that address is also on our website. In addition, you may provide comments regarding these matters at the December 12th, 2024 Board of Commissioners meeting, which is going to be held at 2 Montgomery Street, Jersey City, New Jersey, scheduled to begin at approximately 1 p.m. on that date. All public comments made in any form on the matters described above will be transcribed and also summarized by Port Authority staff and retained by the Port Authority for consideration by the full Board of Commissioners. Thank you again for participating today. The hearings will begin after this presentation.
The Port Authority of New York and New Jersey was created more than a century ago to oversee the movement of goods through New York Harbor. Today, it operates an unparalleled transportation system across air, land, rail, and sea that drives the region's growth and prosperity. That legacy continues. As we move into our second century, we're reimagining what's possible by making once-in-a-generation investments to transform critical infrastructure. Replacement of the aging Midtown bus terminal continues to move forward, with federal and local approvals advancing and early works construction contracts approved. We're implementing the EWR Vision Plan, which will reimagine Newark Liberty International Airport following the successful opening of its new award-winning $2.7 billion Terminal A, winner of Skytrack's 2023 Best New Terminal in the World Award, among other accolades. We're replacing the outdated AirTrain Newark with a modern, reliable system and opening a publicly accessible entry point to the Newark Airport Rail Station, particularly beneficial for underserved Newark and Elizabeth neighborhoods. We deliver to the region a whole new, award-winning, world-class $8 billion LaGuardia Airport, named Forbes 2024 Best U.S. Airport and recipient of numerous prestigious accolades. We're completely rebuilding JFK with a $19 billion investment, $15 billion privately financed without public funds, a world-class gateway for a world-class region, opening 2026. We're enhancing PATH's reliability, capacity, and customer experience through the comprehensive Path Forward Plan, a $430 million two-year initiative to overhaul signals, tracks, and stations. We're rebuilding the entire roadway at Port Newark's main artery, reducing congestion and accidents. We're revitalizing and re-energizing the World Trade Center site in Lower Manhattan with the opening of the new Performing Arts Center, and a slew of events and activations across the campus have established it as a vibrant community destination. We're focusing on our commitment to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050 through initiatives to electrify the agency's vehicular fleet, prioritize decarbonization of legacy infrastructure, and aggressively implement greener technologies and practices. As the Port Authority executes on a historic capital plan, the agency is winning accolades from customers and critics alike, bringing critical transformations across the finish line and making tangible progress on major projects that have stagnated for decades. This once-in-a-generation overhaul of the region's infrastructure is strengthening the region's global competitiveness while creating tens of thousands of good-paying local jobs and improving the travel experience for hundreds of millions of people annually.
As the Port Authority executes on its historic capital plan, the agency is winning accolades from customers and critics alike, bringing critical facility transformations across the finish line and making tangible progress on major infrastructure projects that had stagnated for decades. Since the adoption of the agency's $37 billion 10-year capital plan, the Port Authority has achieved significant milestones, including the completion of a whole new LaGuardia Airport, recently named 2024 Best U.S. Airport by Forbes Travel Guide, the completion of Newark Liberty International Airport's new Terminal A, which opened in 2023 to global accolades, including Best New Airport Terminal in the World by Skytrax, a global aviation ratings firm, the raising of the Bayonne Bridge, the completion of a new Goethals Bridge, and the substantial fulfillment of the Port Authority's responsibilities for the redevelopment of the World Trade Center campus, which is being fully revitalized in partnership with other public and private sector partners. In 2025, we are investing $3.6 billion in capital spending to fund major projects, including JFK Airport's $19 billion transformation into a world-class gateway, the completion of the $2 billion Restoring the George program, and the $430 million Path Forward investment to upgrade critical infrastructure, including railcars, bridges, tracks, and switches to make the system more reliable and efficient. Additionally, it will fund preliminary planning and substantial work to launch the next set of priority projects, including the multi-phase replacement of the Midtown Bus Terminal while continuing existing operations, the total replacement of the outmoded AirTrain Newark, and the implementation of the EWR Vision Plan to completely reimagine Newark Liberty International Airport. Unlike similar agencies that operate and maintain critical infrastructure, the Port Authority does not receive any tax revenue from the states of New York or New Jersey. The Port Authority is a self-funded agency with revenue generated in part from third-party fees, rentals, and other charges to businesses operating at its facilities. The agency works aggressively to generate maximal revenues from non-toll and non-fare sources. While 65% of projected 2025 operating revenues will come from non-toll and non-fare sources, revenue changes from a package of toll and fare adjustments are proposed by the agency for implementation in 2025. The proposed adjustments are needed for two reasons. First, to address the $3 billion revenue loss caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and related inflationary pressures that have increased the cost of operations and cost of capital projects across the construction industry. And second, to continue to invest in the ambitious capital agenda for the agency's tunnel, bridge, terminal, and path facilities as laid out in the 2017 to 2026 capital plan. The following toll adjustment proposals cover the George Washington Bridge, Lincoln Tunnel, Holland Tunnel, Goethals Bridge, Outer Bridge Crossing, and Bayonne Bridge. Tolls at all Port Authority crossings are collected only from eastbound traffic. The Port Authority is proposing a 25-cent toll increase for autos, motorcycles, and trucks, effective January 5, 2025. The proposal also recommends that the board authorize 25-cent increases above the annual automatic inflation-based toll adjustments for autos, motorcycles, and trucks in each of the next 3 years. These adjustments preserve lower rates through Easy Pass and other discounts, including the Staten Island Bridges Plan. Another proposed change would eliminate an off-peak truck volume discount that affects approximately 0.4% of truck accounts. To give drivers time to plan, this change will not be effective until July 6, 2025. To incentivize enrollment in the Easy Pass program and encourage the proper use of transponders, the proposal includes 2 changes to existing toll rates, which will affect only 10 to 15% of drivers. Increased use of Easy Pass will significantly improve the efficiency of toll collection. The proposal increases the Easy Pass discount and delays the implementation date to July 6, 2025, to allow for an intense communications campaign to urge drivers to enroll in Easy Pass and use their transponders correctly to take advantage of the increased Easy Pass discount and significant Easy Pass savings. A new reduced fare program is proposed for path riders with qualifying disabilities. Passengers who qualify under this program would pay the same reduced fare rate as a senior citizen or $1.50 per ride, effective once the new TAP fare system is fully operational, which is estimated for summer 2025. The proposed changes are expected to generate approximately $150 million in additional annual revenue when fully implemented to support investments in the interstate transportation network, which includes the PATH rail system as well as the region's bridges, tunnels, and terminals. Thank you for attending this public hearing. The Port Authority Board values your input. In addition to comments submitted here, the Port Authority will be accepting public comments on its website and via email through December 9, 2024. Comments can also be provided at the December 12th board meeting.
Okay, we will now begin the public hearing portion of this meeting. We're going to start with the in-person speakers. I'll call the names. If the person is not present, we'll move on to the next person. And then we'll have the virtual speakers. So starting off is Maddie Bucky's Highland here. Okay. How about Christopher Graff? Greif. I knew it was Greif. Somebody said Graff. Sorry.
I'll take that over than grief, because that costs grief.
Not Greif.
First of all, good morning. I am Christopher D. Greif. As an advocate for people with disability, as some of you know me as Transit Riders Council, actor for accessibility, Long Island Railroad, and Metro North accessibility. I am very pleased to finally hear, and at this announcement we saw just now, and I do want to apologize for my delay. I was downstairs, but nobody communicated to the guards, so we do need to apologize to the guards downstairs because they do keep us secure. Barbara, you saw me downstairs waiting. I've been here since 7:15 with my mother, and Jason Anthony can vouch that. I am very pleased because finally, all these years, and there are some of us are here, and one who cannot be here, unfortunately, let her rest in peace, and one who cannot be here. We are very pleased to see the reduced fare for the PATH train because then it will be easier for us to get on a PATH train, half fare, to use our reduced fare card to get on the PATH train instead of getting on Jersey Transit, because then it'll be easy us to go to the mall, Penn, the Liberty Science Center, other places in Jersey to have a little fun and a little culture things to see and don't have to stress ourselves. We are very pleased to see that. We also hope you guys will see in the future is some of us who are now, as you know, congestion price is coming, January 5th. We hope you guys will be working with MTA because they are trying to update their technology. Instead of using these fake plaques for the handicap, which is federal regulation, but on their card plates, because we are going to be doing that, a lot of changes. And I hope in the future we can work together in 2025 together as one. And I'm glad we are doing the reduced fare starting in the summer because it's 8835. It'll be a perfect time to celebrate the anniversary. And for the record, I know the other two will say it, I'll say it first. I have no problem testing the card with you guys. Wherever train station you want me to be, I'll be there. As you know, I have been telling you in the past, I test out the card on the reduced fare Omni. My mother, who's behind me, did both. We're here, we agreed to be one of your testers, so please have that on the record. Christopher D. Greif would like to test it and have fun playing with the toy of the card. Thank you, everyone, and happy holidays to all.
Thank you so much. Neely Weissman? Okay. Jason Anthony?
Good morning, everyone. Jason Anthony. Let's say this. We are in favor of the reduced fare on the path, but instead of being $3, it should be $2.90, because it is not fair for us that the MTA current fare is $2.90. But why $3 on the path? Is no sense for us. That for those who commute in New York that wants to go to New Jersey, and having New Jersey Transit Rail Operations Inc. having their massive failures all this time, and PATH trains providing 40-minute headways on the weekends, we should do better. And us as New Yorkers that want to work with you guys here at the Port Authority, you guys should reconsider their fare hikes from $3 to $2.90, and the reduced fare from $1.50 to $1.45. That should be the current reduced fare that the MTA has. And second, regarding the toll hike, it is unreasonable for those who drive from New York to New Jersey paying a double toll. Because as you guys know, the same day that your CFO, Libby McCarthy, announced her toll hike, Governor Hochul announced the on-pause on congestion pricing right 1 hour later. That means if, for instance, a person that crosses the GWB, the Lincoln Tunnel, the Holland Tunnel, and enters Midtown Manhattan south of 60th Street, they will have to pay $9 from 9 in the morning to 9 p.m. But they will receive a $5 discount. You guys have to work together with the MTA to incentivize drivers to use more mass transit, because Governor Murphy is against this plan. So for 2025, we need to work as a region, not as separate entities. So that's all I have to say for this public hearing.
Thank you very much. Deborah Greif?
Good morning. Happy to see everybody. First I want to put this on public record. I want all the guards downstairs need to get a accommodation because there was a miscommunication. They weren't aware there was a public hearing, and they were very polite, not rude at all to any of us. And I apologize because they didn't get the right, and they understood, so I appreciate that. In reference now with the PATH, I'm ecstatic. Well, technically, I do qualify. I am a senior. I'm 66 years old. Everyone goes, nah, yes, I am. But I am happy that you will be doing the reduced fare also for persons with disabilities, which I qualify too. And why am I happy about this? Because many of us want to travel out to Jersey. You have great malls. There's a lot of things like I could connect with the PATH to maybe one of the buses to go to the MetLife, your stadiums, which I very rarely go to, but that's because it's not accessible and it's a little too expensive. But that you are going to consider and then set up the reduced fare, I'm very happy about that. My next thing I'm going to ask, which will be, is that there is, many of us, I'm also test the accessorized Omni card because I do qualify for that. Now, trust me, I can take the accessorized van up to right into Yonkers, right at the border where the raceway is and they have the mall. I can go there. I can go to the Green Acres Mall. What I would like is to us in the future to sit down and work out how we can do transferring of persons who want to go to Jersey with the accessory. It's not going to happen right away. I understand that. Yes, I'm willing to test it too. Like I said, testing your reduced fare path and also for the seniors. I don't mind testing. I've done it, I'm doing both for the MTA with great pride. They even filmed me doing the Omni card. As you all know, my nickname is Omni Woman. Then I had yellow hair, but now I have pink. But I'm very happy to see this. Also, for persons who have reduced fare are on their placards for Easy Pass, I hope we can honor that also, because there are people who drive, who have specialized cars designed so, who cannot get on bus or stuff, and they want that freedom. We can work on that too. Yes, I will get the information and send it to you so we can work on it. Again, thank you very much for including people with disabilities in the path. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Jimmy, do you want me to pause now to see if there are any other folks in the room who want to speak? Or we're going to go straight to video? Okay. So, so the first person that we have on video is Adrian Gainda. Adrian? It's just Alita? Oh, okay. Okay, so we understand Alita Dupree is on the line?
Thank you. Good morning to the chair. Alita Dupree, for the record, she and her with Team Folds. Thank you for the opportunity to engage. Never been to a Port Authority meeting before. Just getting up here. I'm going to talk mostly about the PATH proposal. I am definitely in support of this. I am a service-disabled U.S. Army veteran of Operation Desert Storm, and I receive the reduced fare benefit at many transportation systems throughout the country. And I've been using PATH on and off since the fall of 1980. And I've been using various road facilities since early 1970, when we would get driven through the tunnels and the bridges, et cetera. I've been on all of them. And I have flown into all three airports. I've really enjoyed going to LaGuardia on my last few trips to New York. And in my visit to New York this past April, I was using PATH every day. And I used the TAP program. And I really enjoy that TAP is now available system-wide. And I got to engage with several of your staff members at the Journal Square station at one of your PATH Thursday events and got to talk about the TAP program. So technology is able to enable reduced fare use. So I have reduced fare Omni on New York City Transit, and it works. I pay the half fare. I don't need to use a special Metro card anymore. And so PATH is taking leadership with this technology that allows me to pay with the Visa card that's embedded on my phone. And this will help bring equity that PATH can join many other systems around the United States that offer reduced fare to users with qualifying disabilities, such as myself. It's long overdue, but it's coming. I look forward to the full development of the TAP program, which will give all the functions that we're planning for. And it's a process. And during my time of using the TAP program, PATH got it right. I have not had a single problem using the TAP program during my time in New York. So I hope that you will agendize this matter soon for a Port Authority meeting so we can make this policy and implement it this summer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, would you like? We're good. So no more speakers, and we're not going to wait. We're going to close it out. till 9:30, fine, okay. So as I said, we're going to wait a couple of minutes to see if there are any latecomers, and as soon as that time has passed, we will adjourn. Okay, thank you again for coming. We're going to be adjourned now. Thanks again.